The little tomatoes that I have growing here in the sunroom, these are from sprouts that I took off of my cherry tomatoes in our home garden. I simply pulled off the sprouts, stuck those down in water, and rooted them. Once they had roots growing on them, I simply transferred them to these flower pots. Good morning, YouTube friends and family. I just kind of wanted to give you an update on our little tomato plant here. As you can remember, this is in my sunroom, and I've not got anything really special set up other than I have a light here. It's a full spectrum grow light set up over it. And this little tomato hasn't been in this pot that long, but I want you to look. The first blooms came out, and now we have other blooms coming out. And I've just been flickering them off and on all day, playing the little pollinator. For those that don't know, tomato blooms are self-pollinating. By flicking them that way, it helps the pollen fall down on the stamen and will actually become fertile and start growing. This pot, I had another tomato plant to put in it, but it's not worked. But I do have my twine for it to grow up, so guess what? There's going to be 2 cucumber seeds stuck in that pot. If I can grow a few tomatoes in the sunroom, and why not try a couple of cucumbers? Then I can have a tomato, cucumber, and lettuce salad. I brought in, when we started having the freezing weather, my basil, and it looks rather sparse, but that's because I've been pulling leaves like crazy to use them in dishes. My intention is within the next couple of days to pull all of these, chop up this basil, put it in olive oil, and fill some ice trays with it. This is the latest one. It's kind of hard to see, but there is a little bloom right there. That one's not quite far enough along to be having blooms, so I'm going to pinch those off. Just pinch them off, and I wanted to spend a little more energy on growing some branches. I did the same thing to this one, and as you can see right here, we have more tomato blooms. I thought I wouldn't be pruning these because my cherry tomatoes, when they're in the yard, I don't prune them, but these things are growing rather rapidly. This one definitely is going to have to be pulled up and tied. I just took some jute cord and tied some little knots in it where I can go in there at different levels and tie some cotton t-shirt strips around my tomatoes. And yes, I'll use black so it doesn't look quite so bad out here in the sunroom. My wife has started referring to the sunroom as my little greenhouse. I'm okay with that, especially if I can get my tomatoes to start producing this winter. I want to thank you guys for joining us, and we hope you have a very blessed rest of the week.